Aloha, my name is Norman Varis. I'm a lifetime resident of Kihei. I'm a retired self-employer. I had a business on Maui that employed over 100 people at times. The key issues in my race will be jobs. We need jobs. And it's not going to be an easy task to turn it around very quickly, but it's a worldwide situation that we're in financially. But there's a little opportunities to create some jobs. I think if we lean on the state in Honolulu, through the Hawaii's Visitors Bureau, we could pick up some of the tourists that's just stopping in Honolulu now and bring them to Maui. We have other little businesses that would like to try to open business on Maui. We should give them a support. We just had a wedding facility that applied for a permit in Malaya, and our council turned it down. You know, that was 15 jobs we lost in the past year. The person now has a place up for sale. So I think jobs, and the critical thing will be the budget, with a shortfall in revenue. So there's a lot of little issues, capital improvement projects, et cetera, that need to be adjusted.
What is your experience and understanding of the county budget and your priorities for funding?
I've been watching Akaku for years and see how the budget system works. And I think the mayors come up with pretty good budgets. And the council needs to adjust it so there's a little cushion for errors. Like this new budget, they cut it by $6 million. But now we find there's a lot of amendments to the budget. So the extra money that the council set aside is really helping the government, the county at this stage. I was a self-employed, so I had a budget. You know, I had 100 employees, so there's quite a big budget. I was also the estimator. I worked for a company which eventually I bought, and the last position I held before I bought it was an estimator, and I continued to do that when I bought the company. Being an estimator is similar to doing a budget, but we do it reverse because we don't, quote, have money, but we have to understand all phases of it to make money or to break even at least. So budget was something that I always did. So working with the council on a new budget, I don't think will be much of a problem for me.
New developments have often have a provision that allows access for Native Hawaiians to participate in traditional and customary practices, yet it's sometimes viewed as a compromise where permission must be sought to do what some believe is an inherent right. How can the council navigate the delicate balance between development and cultural preservation?
I think when a developer comes in right up front, we should have a very strong memo of understanding that the developer understands that those rights should be adhered to. I've been in business a long time on Maui, and I've gone to projects that were built in phase one. And when they find these sites, it's secured and a monument is placed. And 10 years later, when I go back to do phase four, it disappears, and there's iron fences fencing the property with no rights at all. So I think the key, like in any government regulations put on projects, conditions, the monitoring, there's no monitoring that's going on. So we need a better monitoring system of these sites. Maybe even another commission created, something like the Kaho'olawe Island Reserve Commission. We should have a Maui Island Reserve Commission maybe to monitor these sites through the years, not only on day 1 or day 10.
What are your thoughts about the construction of the new South Maui Park? Do you think it will help to meet community needs, or was it poor planning in its proximity to the already established Kihei Community Center and the extra cost associated with blue rock removal?
The Kihei Community Park could be in a better location, but since the land was donated by a contractor on Maui, when you get something for free, you just can't throw it away. So, and I think next to the school is a good idea because the school can use it. If we ever get Piakia roadway completed, which is our collector road that goes north and south, it's been on the books for about 30 years, and the only segment that's done was the one that Mr. Spencer did in Safeway. The rock situation, I was just working on a project about 6 months ago for the state, and one of the conditions when you bid a project is it's mandatory that you show up on the project before bidding so you can understand all the conditions. If that was a private job, the contractor wouldn't be able to go back and ask the private developer for more money. So I think the county should look at some of its rules and some of the people who design projects to take more liability for them. I don't think we should dig in our pockets after we award somebody a contract for change orders. It's not basically done in the private sector.
The current council discussed possible county regulations to restrict shark tours in Maui waters. What are your thoughts on the shark tour industry?
The shark tour industry, I think it was a good start. The council brought it up, but we have to remember that all the ocean waters governed by state law. They're the trustee for the ocean around the islands of Hawaii, as they are trustees for our fresh water. I would like to see the ordinance maybe changed a little bit to address that no license will be issued within the Maui County, within the limits of Maui County for shark tours, and no advertisement, both on online or on the island of Maui, be allowed. And the penalty should be very severe, rather than just a slap on the wrist penalty. I think we should have a very large penalty on it.
Any closing thoughts at this time? It's your opportunity to maybe touch upon a topic that you think is important that I didn't ask about, or to give some contact information for your constituents.
As far as my district, Kihei, they're working on that new park, and they got 2 more phases to go. Hopefully we can find money for that. But I always thought a regional park should be above where the high-tech park is, because between Kalama Park and the high-tech park, there's like a 6 to 7 degree temperature change. And when my last son played Little League, the temperature would be like 90 degrees at Kalama Park. And I would drive up to the high-tech park, it's like 82, 83 degrees. So I think we should plan another park, and we should plan what we're going to do with Kalama Park, but it's just all mixed up. It's a beach park, but only 10% is used for the beach. So we should see what we're going to do with the seawall in Kihei and try to clean up Kalama Park, basically, which we've been trying to do for years. We have an online, normanvarus.aol.com, and we have a phone number of 276-4850. Thank you, Pacific Radio Group, for this opportunity.